Welcome back. My next guests are Dr. Michele Wilkins, I want to make sure I got the last name right, who's the Executive Director of Child's Voice, and Kate Bousum, who is the Director of Development. Very good. Welcome to School Scape, both of you.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
I heard a little bit about what you do, and I was so interested, I thought I would ask you on to explain. And I guess, Dr. Michele, tell me, what is Child's Voice?
It is a magical place. That's the foundation of what this whole will be about. Child's Voice is a series of programs, a number of programs that services children with hearing loss and their families. We start at the age of birth and go to about the age of 7 if a child needs to be in school that long. We have a number of different programs, if I can share them with you. We start with early intervention. That is birth to age 3. Children are now mandated in the state of Illinois to have a hearing test at birth, and if they're identified with a hearing loss, we begin right then and there. So if they're identified, early intervention steps in and works with the family and works with the infant too. That's birth to 3. At the age of 3, if the child still needs services, we look to our school program. And so from 3 to age 7, we have a preschool and elementary program, 3 to age 7. We teach all the children how to listen and how to speak, how to talk. So all the children in the program have a cochlear implant or a very sophisticated hearing aid. At the age of 7, they typically, if not sooner, graduate and go back to their mainstream school, to their neighborhood school. They're fully integrated with their hearing peers and are quite competitive with them as well. So they do a fantastic job. So we also track them when they go into the mainstream. As we say at Child's Voice, once you begin at Child's Voice, you're part of the family, and truly they remain the family through their educational process. We've just celebrated our first graduate. Last year graduated from college. So in 1996 he left Child's Voice and now has graduated college. So that is quite remarkable.
Truly. Now, what kind of staff do you have? What are their qualifications?
Right. It's a very well, it is. They are experts in their field. They are teachers of the deaf. They are speech-language pathologists, early interventionists, a pediatric audiologist. They know, and they have been trained educationally how to produce spoken language with the children and help them learn to, really help their brain learn to listen.
Great. Now, you gave me the ages of students, but, where do they come from? What's their background? Right.
Well, Child's Voice is very unique in, it is a non-public school. It is a private school, and we service the community around Wooddale. We've also have an early intervention site in Roscoe Village in Chicago. And so we service the communities around Wooddale. A good 27 school districts actually support Child's Voice and send their students to the school.
Okay, and Kate, from what Dr. Michele just said, are you located in Wooddale, or?
Yes, we're based right in the Wooddale area, just near Thorndale and Wooddale Roads. And then our second facility is in Roscoe Village, but as she shared it, we service really the greater metropolitan area. We've had children travel from Libertyville, Monee, further west, further east, and with our early intervention program also supports Cook County.
Now, do the parents supply transportation, Kate, or do you bus? To me, trying to get to 27 communities would be mind-boggling, but how do they get there?
It's a little bit of both. When they're in the early intervention program or participating with the audiology center, their parents are responsible for transportation. However, when they're with the school program, which is every day, that oftentimes is covered through the school district support of the program and also the transportation.
So now, is this a full day that the kids spend with you, like a regular school day?
Yep, it's a long day of school for a 3-year-old, but they're there from 3 to 7 years old, and it's about 8:30 till I think 2:45, and so it's a full day, and they work very hard.
Wow. Dr. Michele, let me come back to you. How does a child know that they have a hearing loss?
Right. Well, luckily, the state of Illinois is one of the states that does newborn screening. So at birth, now all babies in birthing hospitals are tested to see if they can hear. If they fail the test, then they begin early intervention services, or at least given information about early intervention services. The Department of Health and the Department of Public Health supports early intervention in the state of Illinois. So then parents are notified.
Well, that's really good, because by the time a parent would notice that the child maybe wasn't here, I mean, especially with the first child in the family, how do you know?
Absolutely,
Sure, you know.
Absolutely. You know, speech typically about the age of 2, when you're saying, you know, how come this little one isn't talking? Well, you're 2 years late now. And truly, it is a critical period between the ages of birth and 3, 5, to close that gap that hearing loss has created.
Now, I think Dr. Michele said before that you're a private facility. So how are you funded?
A number of different channels. never enough in any one specific one. We're fortunate to partner with many of the school districts, and we do receive support from a number of those school districts for the school program. However, our early intervention, audiology centers, and school program need additional support as well. So that's heavily through private funding. We do special events to raise money, and we also receive a number of grants through a lot of grant writing.
Any special events coming up?
Absolutely. We actually have a golf tournament at the beginning of June, and then we have another golf event in November. We have our autumn gala. And so that's your standard kind of dinner dance gala, but it's so much more. We have a number of our graduates speak where they share their stories, so you get to hear these kiddos all grown up sharing their story. I say all grown up, 8, 9, 10, yeah, well, high school, but compared to when they're with us. So it's a wonderful evening. We have an auction, raffle, things like that. It's really an elegant night to celebrate these kids and their families, and we raise dollars to support the programs.
Now, I know you have doctors on the staff, but who else is on the staff? A lot of volunteers, extra moms donate time. You know, I'm sure it takes a slew of people to get something done.
Truly a village, or a family, as we like to call it. Yes. The expert staff, we have about 35 staff members that include the teachers of the deaf and the specialists, as well as our teaching assistants, and then our administrative staff support, things like that. In addition to that, we do utilize volunteers to help with things like recess and lunch. We have volunteers come in and do fun things like mystery readers, help with projects around the building, landscaping, cleaning projects, fun things like that. And volunteers help quite a great deal with our events. That's somewhere we always need support. But in addition to that, we also have a volunteer board of directors. We have committees that are supported where their expertise is really put to use, marketing expertise, fundraising expertise, general knowledge, accounting, things like that, where those expertise areas can be put to use in that committee work to really help the organization as a whole.
If someone's watching, they're going, you know, I like to donate money or at least some time. Website, how do they contact you?
The website is the best and first channel and offers the most resources. It's childsvoice.org. And that gives you a number of channels to our social media to stay connected to us, to sign up for our e-newsletter, to volunteer, to request a tour, to donate, which we always
Push
love.
that button.
Yes, donate now. And so that's the best option. The other option would be, of course, to call in. And that number is 630-595-8200.
That's great. Now, do you offer any support groups for parents?
We do. The parents that are part of our program, again, as soon as their infant is identified with hearing loss, they are supported. And they meet as a regular group as well. And so many times to have a parent talk to another parent is the main support that they really need.
I am just truly impressed. You're helping the kids, you're helping the parents. What a beautiful service, and thanks for sharing that today.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you.